Hello, and welcome to the Prairie Ridge High School Theater. Before the show starts, we please ask that you familiarize yourself with the exits. The door exit, located on your right, and the tunnel exit, located on your left. If at any time during the show you need to exit the theater, we ask that you use the tunnel exit. Before the show begins, please silence your cell phones, and during the performance, refrain from taking pictures or videos, as doing so could be distracting to both the actors and other audience members. The show will begin in just a moment. Thank you and enjoy the show.
No, it can't be true. Please, no, please. Oh, why me? God, why me? Please, no.
Did you hear that blood-curdling wail? Chills me to the bone even now, and that desperate man running for his life! But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. First things first. My name is Jenny Watson. The time, 1889. The place, London, England. It was a lovely Wednesday morning, or so I thought at the time. Stay close now. Don't wander off in the dark. There's so much more to come.
Hurry along, Sir Henry. There's not a moment to lose.
So do you think this Sherlock Holmes fellow is the right man for the job?
By all reputation, the very best. A brilliant mind, so I'm told. Here we are.
As I said a moment ago, it was a lovely Wednesday morning. I had just finished making tea when the door chimed, rang, buzzed, whatever it is that door thingies do. Yes?
Sherlock Holmes, please. Tell him Dr. Maxine Mortimer is here with Sir Henry Baskerville. And hurry!
Hi there.
Yes, hi, please come in. He had the prettiest eyes.
No flirting, young lady. We haven't much time.
My Uncle Charles died mysteriously 3 months ago from the family curse.
Good heavens!
Sir Henry arrived yesterday from North America to take over the family estate, so we're in a big hurry.
A family curse, did you say?
I did, yes. A curse from the past. The Hound of the Baskervilles.
Shirley, did you hear something?
Not quite sure.
We need the brilliant mind of Sherlock Holmes this very instant. No time to waste.
Uncle Sherlock isn't here, I'm afraid. He's letting us use his flat while we're studying for our exams. I'm his niece, Shirley Holmes.
Did you say Uncle Sherlock?
Yes, he's in Europe, Italy by now, with another 2 months to go. He's with my Uncle John.
Uncle John?
Dr. John Watson, yes, they're best friends, colleagues, inseparable. I'm Jenny Watson, how do you do?
If the famous Sherlock Holmes isn't here to solve this diabolical mystery, then who will?
Diabolical, did you say? Perhaps we could be of service. Nothing like a diabolical mystery to tweak the imagination, eh, Jenny?
Anything was better than studying for exams.
No offense, ladies, but this job is for real detectives. Intelligent, strong, afraid of nothing.
No offense taken, Sir Henry, but you are talking to the best and the brightest.
He is?
Of course, as for intelligent, Jenny here is studying to be a doctor like her famous Uncle John.
Indeed I am, and Shirley is studying logic and philosophy, so she can follow in Uncle Sherlock's fabled footsteps.
And as for strong, well...
Sir Henry! Oh my goodness, be careful, he's
When
hot!
it gets dark, bad things can happen, Sir Henry. A girl has to be prepared.
Yes, very impressive. Dr. Mortimer, let's give these little ladies a shot at the mystery. What do you think? Time is of the essence.
Well, if you're half as good as your uncles.
Trust me, Dr. Mortimer, it's all in the DNA. The DNA, you say? What's that? Another time, perhaps, Dr. Mortimer. But first, the curse.
Cold shivers ran up and down my arms. What did we get ourselves into?
It all began in 1742, one dark and stormy night, when the vile and terrible Hugo Baskerville sat brooding with his henchmen in Baskerville Hall.
Is he the evil, cruel-looking fellow with a devilish sneer on his face?
How can you tell?
It's a talent.
Sir Hugo had fallen in love with a local maiden, but she refused his advances.
No, never!
But but Hugo wouldn't take never for an answer.
I cannot live without her. Bring her to me now.
Oh.
Let me go!
To treat a lady.
Good job, boys. Bring her in the upstairs room.
Let go of me!
That's not how you woo a woman.
What a fiendish man.
The worst is yet to come.
Oh, good! Sorry, bad, very, very bad.
All right, boys, time for my good night kiss.
He's coming! You can still escape! Jump out the window! Go! Good! Sorry, it just came over me.
She's escaped. Set the hounds upon her.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Hounds, after her. I give my body and my soul to the powers of evil if I can capture my maiden.
It was a terrible night. Rain was falling, the hounds were howling, and the horses were galloping across the moor. Soon, Hugo and his hounds were out of sight. His henchmen lost the trail and asked two shepherds if they had seen Sir Hugo go by.
Have you seen Hugo?
Hugo Baskerville passed us, sitting high in the saddle upon his black mare. His eyes were crazed.
And running behind him?
Was a massive hound of such evil proportions that we fell to our knees, just like this, and prayed to the saints for deliverance.
What are you looking at me for? Go, run, shoot, get! Go.
As Hugo's henchmen rode forward, their skins turned cold. Coming at them from the mist was Hugo's black mare, running for its very life, but its saddle was empty. But undaunted, they rode on. Soon they came upon the hounds, all cowering and whimpering together. With their pistols raised, they approached a small clearing where, in the cold light of the moon, the fair maiden had fallen dead from fear and exhaustion.
The poor girl.
Where's Hugo?
It's creepy in here.
I want a beer.
Then a sudden movement caught their eye. Coming at them from the mist was a beast larger than any mortal eye had ever seen, and its teeth were... It was a horrid sight to see. Sir Hugo so dead and lifeless. Then the beast's red, blazing eyes turned upon the henchman, who shrieked away, screaming for dear life across the moor.
What a fantastic story! I could tell Shirley was thrilled by the danger of it all as I was.
An amusing little fairy tale, but what does it have to do with Sir Henry?
Ever since that night, Miss Holmes, the men of Baskerville Hall have died in bloody, often mysterious ways.
Of course. Is that a fact, Sir Henry?
Indeed. And then, a few months ago, Sir Charles was taking a late-night walk down his garden path.
More pieces of the puzzle.
Each evening, Sir Charles was in the habit of taking a late-night walk around his garden.
To stretch my legs, smoke a cigar.
I told you about those cigars, Charles, with your heart palpitations and all.
I know, Maxine, but with that bloody curse and everyone dying, well, I needed something to calm my nerves. But no, it can't be.
What, Uncle Charles?
Please, no time to talk. I have to, please.
No.
Oh, why
Charles,
me? No!
Poor Uncle Charles.
Indeed. I was called to the garden about an hour after his body was discovered by Barrymore the butler. Cardiac exhaustion. But that mask of terror on his face, I can't get it out of my mind.
All right, this is a crime scene, everyone. Watch where you're stepping. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary, Dr. Mortimer?
Yes, over here a few yards away from the body, I found footprints.
Footprints? Over there? Where again exactly? Sorry.
Prints, yes, but not human prints.
Not human prints? I don't think I like the sound of that.
Not human prints, Dr. Mortimer. Oh. Can it be so?
You are city girl, Miss Holmes. You don't know how treacherous the mole can be. Shepherds have seen a huge creature, luminous, ghastly, a supernatural apparition spewing fire from its gaping jaws.
Pull yourself together, Dr. Mortimer. You are a woman of science.
The prints were those of a gigantic hound, Miss Holmes. I know what I saw.
Really, Dr. Mortimer? You're telling me you found the prints of a gigantic...
Yes, forgive me. The look on Sir Charles's face must have unnerved me.
Was that gate closed or open?
Well, if I recall correctly, it was closed and padlocked, yes?
It's only 4 feet tall at the most. Anyone could have climbed over it, Holmes.
Excellent, Miss Watson.
Thank you, Sir Henry.
Sir Charles evidently stood by the gate for 5 or 10 minutes, by the way. The ash had twice dropped from his cigar.
Excellent, Dr. Mortimer. All right, why don't we all have one last look around? Be careful, watch where you're stepping. Dr. Mortimer, please come a few more over here.
Yes, I'm just gonna go.
I think it's prudent, and I'm just very concerned about the state of your garden. It's a trans.
There is a murder on the loose and you're considering bushes! You're going to have this. Oh, sorry,
Sir Henry,
my
please.
bag. I didn't bring my bag on this. What am I saying?
I'm so very sorry.
Watch where you're stepping next time, young lady. It's not easy being a dead body, you know.
Well, that was exciting. Pretty spooky stuff. And that howling thing, incredible.
So you're the last of the Baskervilles, eh?
Sir Charles never married. His brother, Roger, the black sheep of the family, and the spitting image of Sir Hugo, by the way, fled to South America. Never married either, died of yellow fever.
But why would you want to reside at Baskerville Hall if all the men who've ever lived there meet an evil fate?
Sir Charles helped those less fortunate in the region. I'd like to keep up his good works.
That's very noble of you, Sir Henry.
That is if I have the chance. I had a letter. I don't have it right now, but it was cut up with scissors and glued onto paper.
Yes! Jenny, give me yesterday's Times.
Yesterday's Times?
Front page, lead article, read it quickly.
Yes.
Why were you reading yesterday's newspaper?
It's a boring piece about international trade.
Jenny,
it can't
hurry
make heads
it
or
up.
tails of. Although you may be flattered into thinking that your own special industry or your own will.
All right, that gives us the words you, your, or, and one more, your. Now I need the word value. See it there?
Yes, diminish the value of that.
And the word reason. Is it there?
Yes, stands to reason that's such.
And now the words keep away and as.
Yes, they're all here. Every word except more. I can't find the word more.
It was written in the longhand. I wonder why.
It's not that common a word. Take too long to search throughout the entire edition.
The villain only had time to search the first article he picked up.
Or she picked up.
True, he could be dealing with a fiendish woman.
Clever indeed, whomever. As you value your life or your reason, keep away from the more, just like your phantom letter said.
Oh, absolutely wonderful.
Oh, love it. Company bow.
Oh, company bow!
There we go. Oh, so cute, especially the Your Life one. How did you know the words came from yesterday's Times?
The typeface used by the printer. No other paper uses it except the Times. Uncle Sherlock taught me that one. And since Sir Henry arrived just yesterday, I deduced the words must have come from yesterday's Times.
Your uncle taught you well.
So, we know the person must be educated. The Times is seldom found in the hands of the uneducated.
But by cutting out simple everyday words to compose the threat,
the villain wants us to think that he or she is uneducated.
And that he or she's handwriting might be recognizable.
Yes!
excellent grammar all around. Well done, everybody.
No time for grammar lessons, everyone. You've been followed.
What? Followed?
No use. He's gone. A black beard. Anyone living near Baskerville have a thick black beard?
Sir Charles's butler, Barrymore.
Did Barrymore have anything to gain from Sir Charles's death through his will?
I don't know all the details of the estate just yet.
Please, Dr. Mortimer, a ballpark figure. How much is the entire estate worth? Oh, in? It's a pinky promise. Okay, I'm down here.
Almost $5 million.
Okay. So, up to this point, we know that someone or something doesn't want you to arrive at Baskerville Hall, Sir Henry. And we need to find out what's afoot. It's all very juicy, isn't it, Jenny?
I can't wait.
You won't have to.
I won't.
You will escort Sir Henry and Dr. Mortimer back on the train to Baskerville Hall.
I will.
And not you, Miss Holmes.
I have some business to attend to here.
What business?
Stuff and things. I have a hair appointment I simply cannot change.
A hair appointment.
You have no idea how difficult it is to secure these hair appointments, Sir Henry. Booked ahead for weeks in advance. But never fear, Jenny is here.
I am? Oh, indeed, I am.
You will send me letters by messenger as necessary. I'll join you when I can.
Thank you for your time, Miss Holmes.
Yes, my thanks to you both. See you on the train, Miss Watson.
You fancy Sir Henry, don't you, Jenny?
Don't be ridiculous. He's good enough looking, don't you think?
You have to be alert, Jenny. Keep your eyes and ears open. Snoop around everywhere.
Well, I can't snoop around if my eyes and ears are closed, surely.
See, you're sharp as a tack already.
But I don't think I can do this without you.
Of course you can. You have Uncle John's pistol, don't you?
Top shelf of my closet. I'm a crack shot too. Uncle John taught me.
See, you're up to snuff and ready to rumble. Now, don't be late or you'll miss your train.
So there you have it. The excitement, the mystery, the Hound of the Baskervilles. And me. But surely I couldn't do this without Shirley. But then again, maybe I could. I've always wanted to make Uncle John proud, and I couldn't do that if I snivelled and whined and made a complete fool of myself. So I packed as quickly as I could and headed off towards Victoria Station.
Oh, goodness.
It's busy in London, Sir Henry. The train hardly gets here in time.
London.
Look presentable!
Sorry.
Oh, so sorry.
Ah, there you are, Miss Watson. Thought you might be late.
Are you all right, dear?
Oh, yes, terrible traffic is all. Just couldn't find a cab.
I was almost late myself. Couldn't find my old boots. The one I wore on my sail across the sea from America. Don't know how I could have misplaced them, but no matter. I'm all set.
So am I!
Oh, goodness!
Oh, sorry. Just excited, that's all.
Welcome aboard, Miss Watson.
Thank you.
I think I'll just take a rest. I've seen this all so many times.
I don't want to miss anything, but I'm just so tired.
How could they sleep? Such an adventure. And Sir Henry's favourite boots going missing just before this trip. Was it a clue? But a clue to what, I wondered. Soon the brown earth had turned all red and splotchy, with thick grasses and ugly bushes everywhere. London was behind us. We were approaching the mall.
What is all that? Looks like something out of a nightmare.
And then the moon broke out against the shadows, and you could see a jagged hilltop, all mysterious and grey and ominous.
I must warn you, Sir Henry. The mall will be far more treacherous and dangerous than your famous Rocky Mountains. Of that, I assure you.
Thank you, Dr. Mortimer. But I'm ready for whatever comes around the bend.
That's good to know, for we are almost there.
Okay.
Evening, Dr. Mortimer.
Perkins?
Oh, I can tell you're Sir Henry, sir, but this pretty lady?
Oh, Jenny Watson.
A pleasure, Jenny Watson. I can tell you'll be making things interesting around here.
Oh, do mind your manners.
My apologies, Governor. No offense intended. Just having my fun is all. Right this way.
Thank you. Feels like we were just here.
Okay, everybody ready? And we're off!
Oh, my God. Even worse than the train!
Oh, I need to warn you good people. Be aware, there's a convict on the loose.
A convict?
Escaped from the asylum not 3 days ago.
From an asylum, did you say?
Yep, nuttier than a fruitcake.
What'd he do?
They say he robbed and murdered 3 people. So keep your eyes peeled, eh? Whoa! Well, we're here. Welcome home, Sir Henry, and, watch your step.
Evening, Dr. Mortimer. Arrived safely, I see.
Barrymore, this is Sir Henry Baskerville.
It's in honor, Sir Henry. Welcome to Baskerville Hall.
And this young lady is...
Jenny Watson, hi. Very pleased to meet you.
She'll be a guest of the estate for a few days.
This is my wife, Elizabeth. Now, I'm sure you're all very tired. Hot tea in your room shortly. Perkins, give me a hand here.
Customer service nowadays.
The family home at last. Needs a little sprucing up. I'll get to that as soon as I deal with this Baskerville Hound problem.
Did you see how cold Mrs. Barrymore looked? Wouldn't even shake my hand, and Mr. Barrymore has a full black beard.
Perkins, let's be off. I'll be back tomorrow morning, Sir Henry, with the last of these state papers for you to sign. Bye, Marymore. And remember, Sir Henry, the more, be ever watchful.
Who's this gloomy-looking guy hanging on the wall?
That is your ancestor, Sir Henry. Hugo Baskerville himself.
Oh, the cause of it all, eh?
And there, poor man on the right, is your Uncle Charles.
Tomorrow, Barrymore, I'd like to see where Uncle Charles died. And I'll need his records, important papers, everything.
Of course, Sir Henry.
Good heavens, what was that?
It's almost a nightly occurrence, Sir Henry. Some say it comes from another world.
And what do you say, Barrymore?
I say, don't ever leave the house after dark, Miss Watson. Never. Are you ready, Sir Henry?
Yes. Well, enough for one night. Good night, Miss Holmes. Sleep well if you can.
Alone at last. Had to make some notes. So what I've learned so far is that Mrs. Barrymore is odd. Perkins is a classic bad boy, but they did pay me a nice compliment. Oh, and Sir Henry's favourite boots went missing just before this trip, and Barrymore has a full black beard. More later. And what was that howling thing a moment ago? Was it the lunatic? Or something worse, I wondered. I feared I wouldn't be good enough for the job, and then... Hear that? Kept me up most of the night, tossing and turning. And the wind! What was I doing here? Where was Shirley when I needed her? I finally dozed off for a bit, then bam, it was morning. Well, here I go. Shirley or no Shirley. Good morning, Mr. Barrymore, Sir Henry.
Morning, Miss Watson.
Whoa, what a night, eh, Sir Henry?
Did you hear a sound last night, Miss Watson? A woman, perhaps?
A woman? Last night?
A woman sobbing through the night.
Sobbing, yes!
It was probably a dream, Sir Henry. Sleep is often pitiful on the moor.
Good morning, Mrs. Barrymore.
Morning, Miss Watson. Sleep well? As well as can be expected, Miss Ford, with the chill in the air.
And a lunatic on the loose.
Is Mrs. Barrymore all right?
The shock and strain of Sir Charles's death is all. Now, if there won't be anything else, I have work to get done.
Did you see her eyes? All red and bloodshot. Hadn't slept a wink. Something's off here. Watch your back, Sir Henry.
Thanks for your concern, Miss Watson.
Well, don't want anything bad to happen to you. You being our first customer and all. Wouldn't do much for future business if you ended up dead.
Yes, well, point well taken. Well, I'm off to learn more about Sir Charles's estate. Be safe.
I think he likes me just a little bit. The way he tilts his head to the left, so cute. But no time for romance now. First-hand detective stuff. A walk through the moor is no picnic, let me tell you. The sounds and the screams, and with wet pools and goopy stuff everywhere.
Stop! Don't take another step! Not there! Watch your every step, young lady, or you'll be lost forever.
Thank you for the warning.
One false step yonder means death to man or beast. Just yesterday I saw a horse wander into it. Didn't stand a chance, poor animal. Got sucked into the muck in a matter of seconds.
How ghastly. This must be an awful place.
They don't call it the Murky Moor for nothing.
And what do they call you, sir?
Oh, so sorry. Yes, John Stapleton. I'm a naturalist in search of botanical species of infinite beauty and variety. I know every trail in and out of the moor.
Yes, well, I'm Jenny
Jenny Watson? Oh, yes, I know all about you. Your uncle is Dr. John Watson, famous surgeon and companion to the really, really famous Sherlock Holmes. Dr. Mortimer and I are good neighbours. We were having tea with Maxine this morning.
Well, who might we be exactly?
Oh, well, that
John, you forgot your lunch. Oh, hello.
Oh, yes, of course. My sister Dorothea. This is Jenny Watson. Maxine mentioned?
Oh, yes, hello. Very nice to meet you.
And so you've come to investigate the shocking death of Sir Charles. Too bad the fabulous duo couldn't make it instead, but I'm sure you'll do your best.
Right, well, Did you know Sir Charles well?
Oh, yes, most charming. His favourite walk was over the moor to our house.
For good company and conversation. I had a school in the North Country, helping to mould young minds. Very satisfying. Sir Charles was a great supporter of education.
But the fates were against us.
Oh, and what fates might those have been exactly?
An epidemic broke out to the school.
3 of the boys died.
3 boys died? Oh dear.
The school never recovered, but my love of nature sustains me. I have the most complete collection of Lepidoptera in the entire southwest of England. Butterflies and moths, my dear Miss Watson. Your uncle would have known that.
Join us for dinner, Miss Watson. Please, I insist.
Oh, you're too kind, but I must return to Sir Henry.
Of course.
What was that?
Nothing, just the mud settling, gurgling, nothing to worry about.
That was no gurgling sound, Mr. Stapleton. That was a living, breathing thing.
The moor plays tricks on your senses, Miss Watson. That's all you're hearing. The sound of fear. It's safer for you in London. A cyclopede! That's a butterfly to you, Miss Watson. Come for dinner soon. Bye-bye.
Well, it was nice to have met you, Miss
Go
Stapleton.
back, Miss Watson, quickly.
Well, yes, I was just about to.
London, go back to London this instant and take Sir Henry with you. You must get away from this place now.
But we must discover Sir Charles.
You are in danger, Miss Watson. Be watchful.
Did you see that look of fear in her eyes? She knows something. And what about Stapleton's snotty tone? Lepidept? Was it lepidept? Oh, who can possibly care about silly old butterflies when there are dead bodies thither and yon? Oh, and that moaning sound. But later that night, when I'm almost asleep, I hear something else. I hear footsteps approaching my bedroom door. I don't move a muscle. They pause for a moment outside my door, then continue down the hallway. Oh, what should I do? What would Shirley do?
I'd follow the flickering candle, Jenny. That's what I do.
Of course you would. You wouldn't hide in your bedroom like some scared little girl.
Absolutely not.
You'd open up the door, peek out.
Follow the light, Jenny.
Look down the hallway.
Don't lose the light.
A man, Barrymore perhaps, with a shirt and trousers, but no coverings on his feet. He doesn't want to be heard.
But you heard him.
But I heard him indeed.
Excellent work.
So I began stalking the shadowy figure. My heart is pounding into my chest as I approach the figure. What if I get caught? How do I explain walking around Baskerville Hall in the middle of the night? I follow so far behind the candle that I fear I've lost it. But then there, I see a thin glimmer of light through a barely open door. I tiptoe towards the door, and then I see Barrymore holding a candle high up against a window. Then he lets out a deep groan and blows out the candle. I press myself into the shadows as he disappears down the hallway.
Ooh, that was close.
And just as I'm about to slip into bed, I hear...
What was that?
A key, turning somewhere in Baskerville Hall, but where I could not tell. There is something mysterious going around in this house of gloom, and I was determined to find the cause of it all.
But you were stressing out.
But I was stressing out. I feared I was in over my head. I needed Shirley's help.
Write me a letter, darling. I can't wait.
And I did just that, and we'll tell you all what happens next when we return from the intermission. Hurry back, the Hound awaits.